The High Court in Pretoria has been hearing a case involving a 42-year-old Brits woman who allegedly killed a family member for a 1.2 million rand insurance payout. It's claimed she then started a romantic relationship with the investigating officer. She's alleged to have worked with him to kill the branch commander when he wouldn't drop the case. Linda Mnisi is the person watching that story for us. And Linda Mnisi, another alleged insurance-related murder, but this one with a particular twist. Let's give a bit of background, because this case, it would seem, it has been in the court system for some time. So viewers are going to need to be taken back in time here. Yeah. Let's start with how the main suspect gets involved or allegedly involved in a romantic relationship with the investigating officer.
Yeah. So what the state is alleging in this matter, Xoli, is that initially there was a 20-year-old man who is a family member to this 42-year-old woman. Her name is Matabo Mutsielwa, right? She, together with an alleged accomplice, allegedly insured this 20-year-old gentleman for about 1.2 million rand with Old Mutual. What then happens in March 2021 is that the pair allegedly acquired the services of accused number 2 in this matter, and that is Hope Mahata, right? And another person who's yet to be identified. They're still looking for that person to kill the 20-year-old. The state is alleging that in March 2021, this young man, the 20-year-old, is lured to the accomplice's home where he's allegedly stabbed to death by accused number 2 and this person who's yet to be identified, right? After that, what the state is saying is that a funeral was organized, but the body of the 20-year-old was cremated. At the funeral, they're alleging that the coffin was presented, but it had bricks in them without the body. And the arrangement of this funeral was allegedly done without the knowledge of the immediate family members of the 20-year-old. Yeah. They then cash in 1.2 million rand from Old Mutual, but there's an investigating officer who starts digging. And upon learning that there's an investigating officer, this accused, the 42-year-old woman, starts a romantic relationship, according to the state, with the investigating officer. And then she allegedly paid him a large sum of money to stop the investigation, right? So as the case continues, what then the state alleges is that this investigating officer now attempts to close the case on the basis that the suspects were unknown. But then there is a branch commander who is then asked to close the docket and is allegedly offered a bribe to close this docket. When he doesn't close this docket, the state alleges that the accomplice, together with the 42-year-old woman and the IO, solicited the services of hitmen who were paid to kill the branch commander. In June 2023, wow. The branch commander is shot and killed in his driveway. So essentially, now we're at a point where the trial is on at the Pretoria High Court. The 42-year-old woman, the accused, second accused, and the IO are on trial. One
of the accused has since turned state witness. Do I have that right? Who is that person, and do we know whether they've started singing?
Yeah, so you'd recall that at the beginning of my explanation, I spoke about an accomplice. That accomplice entered into a plea deal with the state and was convicted and sentenced in this matter. She then turned state witness and is currently, testifying before the Pretoria High Court, talking about the alleged involvement in this particular matter. So at the moment, she is on that witness box talking about the alleged involvement. Today, particularly, being asked about the bribe that was allegedly paid to the investigating officer. And according to her, he was paid 30,000 rand. And this is money that came from the Old Mutual payout to pay this particular investigating officer. But according to accused number 1, the 42-year-old woman, that is not true. She does, however, admit that she started a romantic relationship and moved in with the investigating officer in 2022 after leaving what she calls was an abusive husband. She describes the investigating officer as caring and kind, and that is why she started a romantic relationship. But when it comes to issues of bribes, she says she did not. At no point did she offer him a bribe to halt the investigations.
Finally, Linda, there are two families here that are grieving the loss of their loved ones. It's the family of the 20-year-old whose life was insured. Then there's the police commander, the boss, to the investigating officer. Are they in court? Did they say anything about seeing the wheels of justice turning?
Well, today they were not in court, but we're hearing that some of them have been coming to the trial because it started in February. So some, particularly from the side of the branch commander's family, the brother, we're told, has been coming to court, listening to the evidence that has been presented. So at this point, the alleged accomplice is being cross-examined by the lawyer of accused number one on all these aspects, but she is of the view that they acted together in the murder, particularly of the first deceased, the 20-year-old.
Linda Mnisi, you have unearthed yet another of these stories. At first, it was Rosemary Ndlovu, and then Agnes Sitwanzo in the Northwest. I wonder how many more are going to be unearthed, but it is quite tragic indeed that as a country we have become such people